Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jacqui Lee. I'm here today with your spirit message. Ooh, let's knock at temperance right off the bat. Sorry, that was judgment. That was not temperance. There we go. King of Swords. Authority. Logic. Right? Ooh. Four of Cups. That's about contemplating things or not being offered, not taking what was offered you, or not being satisfied. Ooh, and the Five of Cups. So grief, loss, regretting things. So what message does Spirit have for you today? Please, can I get a message from Spirit for you today? Please, and thank you. Ooh, and we had some messages fall out. Two, in fact. Ooh, Justice and the Hermit. That's interesting. Two major arcana cards, too, coming out together. Okay. So, justice is going to be about sort of getting your just desserts, right? Truth, fairness, being accountable. So, if you've been a good person, good things are going to come. If you've been a bad person, expect bad things to come, right? Sort of that karmic justice, you can think of it a little bit. And then the Hermit, so upright, it's about being in solitude, reflecting, thinking about things. Reversed, it can be about isolating too much, right? So here you're isolating, thinking about things, wondering what your next steps are, and here you're isolating too much, or you're withdrawn, or you're lonely even, right? So here I would say that this is about you getting what you deserve, but you're lonely right now. So let's see if we can find out what is your obstacle. Sorry about that. My throat gets dry, especially when there's a candle burning. Oh, look, that one. Okay. So your obstacle is the Nine of Cups. So this can be about your wishes coming true. Wow. Interesting that that's your obstacle. Being satisfied, your wishes coming true, having everything you want, sort of being content, right? He's got these 9 cups. He's sitting there all proud and content. Look what I've managed to accomplish. So it's almost like your obstacle is that you've gotten what you want, but you still feel lonely, I would say. So you're a good person. So you've managed to get what you want, right? You've done it fair, you've done it equitable. Spirit has provided you the things you want, but you're still lonely. And it's interesting too that this is the cups. So your obstacle, these are, which does represent emotions, relationships, right? I wonder if on paper you've gotten a relationship that's perfect, but you feel lonely within it. Now let's see what your action or advice should be. What should be the next step you're taking? What's the next thing you need to know, or the next step you should be taking? There goes one. Oh, King of Cups. Okay, this is definitely going to be about emotions today, relationships. So we have our King of Cups. So this is about balance and wisdom, emotional control. So you are supposed to, okay, so you are at the Nine of Cups. Maybe you're stagnant in the Nine of Cups. So your wishes have come true, but you're not completely emotionally fulfilled. You need to move into the Ten of Cups. So how would you do that? Justice is that you have gotten your wishes. You're emotionally fulfilled. But that's still an obstacle for you. You need to move into the Ten of Cups. Very interesting. And what's the underlying energy? Oh, reverse Two of Pentacles. So this is over being unbalanced, disorganized, need to prioritize things. Okay, so is that the problem? You have gotten everything you want, but you're not prioritizing it properly. Like, say you have a wonderful family who you do love very much and all your wishes have been fulfilled, but you're spending too much time at work and you're not reaching the King of Cups. You're you're sort of stagnated. You need to make some changes. Let's see if I can get a clarifier. This deck is interesting. It does have about 5 extra cards in it. It can be hard to shuffle sometimes. So it's got, I think it's got 2 Fools and 2 Devils and 2 something else. And then there's a couple other extra cards, like, anyways, that aren't in a normal tarot deck. And I just wrote, the sun is shining down. Okay, so let's get a clarifier for the Justice and the Hermit, please. Let me get a clarifier for the Justice and the Hermit. So that's about fairness, getting what you deserve, but you feel lonely and isolated in it, and reverse King of Pentacles. So that's about greediness, corruption, stubbornness. So I'd say you're getting everything you want, but you want more, maybe. So even though you've reached quite a bit of fulfillment, you want more out of it. Okay, let's continue by clarifying the 9 of Cups. Finding this reading very interesting. Ace of Pentacles. It's interesting that these are cups, underlying pentacles, and then these are pentacles coming up. So reverse 8 of Pentacles is like being lazy or lacking focus, missing potential, right? Yeah. So you have everything you need to be successful. It's all sitting here, but you're not focusing on it. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe you have everything you want, but like emotionally fulfillment, say it's family, right? Family, kids, whatever, husband, wife, partner, whatever it is, even living with your parents, maybe that's emotionally fulfilling. But you're not focusing on that, like, it's like I have this perfect family life, but my focus is on my career, so I'm not really sitting in the full satisfaction of it and making it to the 10 of Cups. I'm kind of only making it partway because I'm not focused on it. That's all. Because that's the best way to put it. Okay, let's clarify the King of Cups, please, as your next step or action you should take, advice. Let's take it as your next step. Oh, there we go. Hey, reverse 7 of Cups. So that's about getting clarity. Or it can also be about being overwhelmed, right? Upright is about having a lot of choices to make, some of them good, some of them bad, maybe not knowing which one to make. And this way can be about getting clarity on what choice to make, or it can also be about being overwhelmed with choices or temptation. But I would say in this reading, it is about getting clarity. So you need to get clarity on what really matters and what's really important and focus on it. That's the problem. You have everything you need. You are in a spot where you could be fully contented. You're getting your justice. You're getting what you want, what you need, what you love. And you have it here. Even in your obstacles, you have it, but you're not focusing enough on it. Whether it's you're not focusing enough on being grateful for it, how happy it is, how, oh, I do have all this, right? Whether it's, well, yeah, I have this, but now I want more, I want more, I want more. Well, you can have more, but you got to stop and just focus on, like, instead of, I have this and I want more, more, more. To get that more, more, more isn't focusing on the more, more, more. It's actually focusing on this. You focus on this part, your heart will naturally grow to more. That's what'll happen. What's underlying? The star. See? There you go. The star guiding your light. So focus, focus, focus on this. Your wish fulfillment. You're getting your justice, right? Focus on this, and it'll bring you to the King of Cups. Stop trying to, how am I going to get to here? Just focus on what you have, and you will automatically end up having all of it. The star is there guiding your way. You just need to take it or look at it, follow it. That's what you need to do. Okay, and today I am going to, thought we'd use the Oracle deck, Believe in Your Own Magic. There we go. See, believe in the magic. Oh, I have to shuffle these cards differently because they're so big. Whoopsie. Believe in the power within you. Believe in your own magic. So let's see what this has to say. And then I would say in this reading, the magic is within you. You already have it. You're so focused on, I could get more, right? It's like that person who I just want a 3-bedroom house that I can live comfortably in. And then they get their 3-bedroom house and live comfortably. And they're like, oh, it would be nice if we had 3-bedroom plus a den, or it'd be nice if we also had a veranda, or it'd be nice if we lived, but you got what you wanted. You got to what you thought was success. But now that you're there, you're not satisfied with it. You're looking at the next thing. What's next? Well, be satisfied in what you already have, and you will make it to that next. It's when you sit in the dissatisfaction, right? If you sit in the dissatisfaction, yeah, I have my 2 wonderful kids, but my wife and I are divorced. Well, let's not focus on, oh, how do I get to a wife? How do I get to a new wife? How do I get to a new wife? Let's focus on, we love our kids, we enjoy our kids, we're happy within our kids and satisfied. And as we sit in that, it will naturally come along with the next step comes along. Right? Maybe it's at your kid's soccer game or baseball game or hockey game that, that love comes along. Your kids are already friends. But since you're too busy, say, online playing the market over here and not focusing on this love you already have because you want to get more love, more love, more love, you're missing actually where that more love is. Right? Okay. Try and get a card here for you today. And a message. These cards actually come with a book that explains them. So once we get a card here, I'll pull out the book. We can read what the card means. Ooh, and we got a card, red. Forgive. Okay. So maybe that's what the issue is. Maybe you have gotten everything you want, but there's something from your past, or, you're in this happy relationship with kids and I hate to always bring it to that because you don't have to be like that, but that's just how our society pins things. A couple with kids, okay, as being emotionally fulfilled. It doesn't have to be that. And that you can't make it to this king until you forgive your mother for what she did, right? Like you can't, because you're not sitting here and recognizing that you have this emotional fulfillment because you're too busy worrying about the one place you don't have emotional fulfillment, so you're not able to get to this King of Cups. But let's read what forgive has to say. So that's card number 10, which is interesting too, right? 10 breaks down to 1, the beginning of new cycles. 0 can be represented by the world, the completing of one cycle, starting of a new cycle. So 10, I don't know if you can see this. I don't know why I bothered to show you, but let's just make sure it doesn't go. Okay, so red, forgive. You've been holding a grudge against someone in your life. Look at that. You've been holding a grudge against someone in your life. Maybe it's a loved one, or maybe it's yourself. This isn't a card telling you that you must learn to practice forgiveness. No, forgive them on your own terms, if and when you feel ready to do so. This is simply a nudge for you to consider whether that time is the present. So it's, I just want to reread this a bit. So it's time for you to practice. It's not that you must learn to practice forgiveness. No, forgive them on your own terms if and when you feel ready to do so. This is simply a nudge for you to consider whether that time is the present. So is it now the time where you need to forgive somebody? Don't let forgiveness feel like an obligation, but like a shiny red hope that gets you through your sleepless nights, late nights. Okay, so that's what it is. We need to forgive somebody. You've got somebody that you're not forgiving. You're close. You've really come to a lot of emotional fulfillment, but there's something in the background that's not quite letting you get to the King of Cups, which is where you need to be headed. Follow the star. Forgive. Oh, that's a beautiful message for today. I'm sending you peace, love, and happiness. Thank you. Bye for now.